For over a decade, I was an active member in Ordo Templi Orientis. I served as an officer in my lodge. I served as clergy and a chartered initiator. And most recently, I served as master of a local body. I helped run initiations, develop officers, and create the kinds of rituals and events that inspire people to join the organization and to stay. But earlier this month, I formally resigned from the order. And I want to speak, not to retaliate, not to expose, but to witness. Everything I'm sharing in this video is my own perception, based on contemporaneous records and direct participation. I'm happy to correct any verifiable error. This isn't an expose, it's not a dossier of names, and it's not a call to action. This is a record, it's a mark in the ledger, and it is an account closed with integrity. When I came to OTO, I came with sincerity and with curiosity. I was new to the city, I didn't know anyone, but I had a background in meditation, ritual, and spiritual practice, and an interest in the work of Aleister Crowley. Over time, I earned trust, I trained others, and I took on responsibility. Eventually, I was appointed master of a thriving local body, and I carried that role with care, not as a status symbol, not as a role to protect, but as a duty to serve. I didn't leave because I burned out. I didn't leave in a moment of anger. I left because I saw patterns that I could not justify. Patterns that I tried to address almost continuously, almost the entire time that I was in the order. My experience of trying to address those patterns felt like running over and over again into an invisible wall. From my vantage point, several patterns kept surfacing. I often felt emotional pressure and triangulation replaced the clear, principled leadership that I expected. Situations appeared to reward loyalty more than transparency or ethics. Decisions frequently seemed to be shaped in back channels. Unofficial preferences frequently edging out written policy. What I perceived to be overreach into members' private lives, including their non-OTO events and their personal relationships, happened more than once in my 11 years in the order. It was brought to my attention through multiple first-hand reports that I trust that my words, my social media posts, were discussed in rooms that I wasn't invited into. A kind of quiet surveillance that replaced open, honest dialogue. And in my view, actions I experienced as threatening went unaddressed when they were done by well-connected insiders. Over the years, I took my concerns through every official channel that the order provides. Each time, I spelled them out as calmly and clearly as I could, providing them, in my view, with more than ample documentation. The responses I received, and in some cases, the silence that followed, spoke volumes to me. What I came to realize is this: a spiritual system that protects dysfunction more than the people in it is not a path of spiritual liberation. It is a culture of containment, and I could no longer participate in that, not without violating my own values. And so I stepped down and I left, not in a storm, not in a fit of anger, but with clarity and with the deep conviction that my will, my honesty, and my wholeness matter more than institutional belonging. If you're watching this and thinking, yes, that's what I've seen too, please know, you're not crazy, you're not alone. And it wasn't your failure to submit, to serve, or to love that broke it. It was the system's failure to be worthy of your integrity. A few months back, I published an ebook about the spirituality of OTO called The Adventures of a God. This morning, I removed that ebook from my store. I will not earn money promoting even the idea of OTO. I still believe in the path of true will. I believe in the power of initiation, and I believe in the power of community based in sovereignty. But I do not believe that those things can flourish in a structure that rewards silence and complicity, and which punishes the telling of truth. I'm done participating in that. Thank you for listening, and thank you for trusting your clarity.